Robert Woods
Huh?
and Latavius Murray for Cortland Sutton, who didn't do anything, and Alvin Kamara. I bundled that with my second and fifth rounder from next year for his, and included his third and fourth rounder from next year. I feel like I came out on top for that.
Fixing you right now, Bear. You know what screwed it up, Bear? Is you're going to love this in a way, but also hate me for it.
Sounds good.
In OBS Studio, I have everyone's names. It was still under Bipolar Bear. I corrected it. But now when I switch things around, it no longer recognizes it because it all says CIA Bear, and all my alerts are now saying the CIA. So
going back to the previous life.
For better or worse. But welcome on in, everybody. Episode, what are we on? 82? Red Fast Review? Yeah. Those are the days. Let me try this one more time. Testing it out on the fly. There he is, bright as ever.
And
Snowden in the house. Billy, Troy. We have a full plus week, 2 weeks really, on the new game, PGA Tour. I have not even updated the tabs. I am slacking. So we shall kind of makeshift those as we go. Let me see here. I completely forgot to do that. What was that?
Who won the code?
Lex, who then gifted it to N Buns
Bingo.
for her birthday.
But let's go around the horn. Pleated. What is going on in your neck of the woods? Just the standard weekend recap.
Weekend recap was good. We had a good stream on Sunday. I'm still mildly addicted to FIFA when I'm not streaming. Really, didn't do all that much. I'm going to be gone this next weekend, so I try to get some things done around the house.
GF?
Yep. Going to go meet current girlfriend in the middle, and hang out for a long weekend. So
how much does each trip cost you?
A lot.
No, I disclose that.
Yeah, when you talk about gas and when we meet in the middle, Airbnb. I always say that if you have to go somewhere that you don't have a place to stay, then every trip's just an easy grand all the time. By the time you're eating out, you're not and we do a pretty good job of the first thing we'll do when we get to Bentonville is we'll go walk to the Walmart that's right there on the square and we'll get stuff for breakfast and stuff. But trips just pile up and it'll be nice when we don't have to make those trips as much.
For sure.
Are you composed, right?
What's that?
Said, are you composed now?
Barely.
I'm still reeling.
I just loved how me, you, and Rob all nodded when you said, when Pleated said, "When you're eating out."
Well, that's not that expensive. That's free.
Yeah. But all's well your way. It looks like you're playing a lot of golf. We have Jack Wagon doing well. We'll get into that a little bit. Wagon's champions going well.
I just assume we'll talk about golf all kinds of later, but golf game's freaking awesome, and I'm super pumped up for it.
Rob, what's cooking in your neck of the woods? Anything new your way? Any big beer festivals going on?
I have my Halloween party next.
What are you dressing up as?
Saturday. Nothing that means anything to you guys, but
you're not dressing up as pleated pants?
No, I'm not. The wig didn't get here in time, or the fake maggots to weave into it. Just kidding. Shut up, Rundown Man. I hope the sea rises and washes away the filth in your city. There's the number one maltster in the country is out here called Admiral Maltings, and so I'm going to dress up as an Admiral pirate, and then wear a satchel of their malt. I have compression sleeves that I'm going to super glue and sprinkle on malt, and I will be Admiral Malt. It's very niche and yeah. Google. Feel free to Google Admiral Malting, and see the pictures of their facility. It's incredible. Actually, go to Old Kaz's Instagram, because we just took a field trip there last week, 2 weeks ago, and you can see some of the photos from
here
there.
we go again
But
with this nonsense.
This is a very this is a very niche joke, and it's quite literally one of my ploys to curry favor in this company's. If I can dress like Admiral Malting,
is that this guy right here?
Yeah, like it's like a huge operation. If I can get our notoriety to this company's more so than we already are, that helps the brewery. That helps our relationship. So I'm going as more than just an ability to. I'm going as beyond just the ability to. Yeah, scroll down a little bit.
So Rob, I don't think you're really looking to curry favor. You're trying to, hops into their marketing plans.
Yep, that's it. And you can say, I have a real. I was figuring out a way to incorporate yeast. Yeah, keep going to that slideshow. It's just there's a lot of cool stuff there. So that's all the malt that gets germinated to.
Oh, go figure! You and your Germans.
They're Californian. What are you talking about? But yeah, it's just a way that I can try to grow the brand if I can somehow get on their social media in Old Kaz, all that stuff. It's all part of the plan. So yeah,
very nice. That sounds like a good time. I want to see pics from it for next week.
You certainly will.
Bear, you had an eventful weekend at a wedding.
We had a wedding on Friday, and so while I was at work Friday in the middle of the day, I was texting my buddy about the ceremony that was at noon, so I didn't leave to go to it. And he's like, there's so many people in jeans, like not dressed up. I'm like, cool. I'm like, I'll just come straight from work then. So then as the night was going on, I was like, well, I'll post a nice picture and put it on the Twitter. I'm getting murdered. I'm getting murdered for this picture.
Or that Under Armour pullover?
Yes.
Oh, I wasn't the only one that thought it. I just didn't say anything.
What's wrong with it?
Let's break this down.
Okay.
Why is it so bad?
Nothing.
You're wearing over a shirt and tie at a wedding?
I guess if I had
Instead of a suit jacket? Is that you want to wear a suit jacket?
If this was a nice, I could walk in.
For God's sakes, it's not that fancy of an affair.
I could walk in and I would get the suit jacket out. But when I was hearing like, oh, there's people I was like, sweet, like I don't have to change. It's going to be nice, low key, and my goodness, it's poof.
You think Stripe's shirt behind him has a tie on? I don't think so.
He doesn't even have shoes on.
Yeah, no kidding.
Oh, the people at the wedding were giving you a hard time?
Oh, no.
No. Yeah, because, you probably were still overdressed having the tie on then.
Exactly. Within the wedding ceremony, within the reception area, I was not, standing out as, oh my God, look at this. But I think what people were expecting was, completely decked out and all that. Yeah, no headband, no sunglasses, so it was...
Yeah, that's a huge
Bear,
step
I got
in
a
the right
question
direction
for you.
Go ahead.
I want to know about these speeches that you were kind of live tweeting, but I really didn't follow. So they were talking about when they broke their. They were
talking about the husband and wife who just got married. Both of them mentioned when the couple broke up in the speeches. Again, this is the wedding that I went to.
The husband and wife, not the toast.
Wife. The toast. The maid of honor speech mentioned when the groom broke up with the bride 5 years ago.
Oh my God.
Then the best man came up, basically did a roast of his brother, and then brought up the fact that he broke up with her in the past.
That's wild.
It was That's why the sweater was not the worst thing that happened.
Yeah. If that's what's going down, I think there's much bigger problems than your Under Armour sweater. My God. For my weekend recap, I'm going to take 30 seconds, go on a brief intermission, and fix the tabs because it's going to bother me the entire episode if not. So sit tight real quick as we fix these on the fly.
And speak of the fucking devil, that we can get this guy a hype train now for doing this.
Okay, and we're back. Thanks for the bits.
You only fixed one of the thoughts.
Oh, you know what? We're going to live with it. We're going to live with it. But anyways, good weekend my way. Trying to get the boy to sleep a little bit better. That's a ongoing process day by day. Unfortunately, he woke up like
Day by day.
an hour ago and I think is maybe going down right now. So I'll knock on wood silently because I don't want to actually knock on wood and wake him up. But yeah, let's pray that he sleeps for another couple hours and gives my wife a little rest. But anyways, let's get into some 2K thoughts, and there's plenty still to talk about because last week it was just initial reaction, your gut thought, and everyone was just, for the most part, I think, happy to have the game, right? And ideally, that is the sentiment that is still carried forward to today. But Pleated, are you? Oh no, you know what? I completely forgot about half these weekend thoughts that I had in here. Do we want to talk about baseball and the World Series first before we get into 2K? I feel like that's noteworthy.
Fuck Philadelphia. Fuck Houston.
Let's
Yankees are gone, so I'm happy.
Yeah, like, and after seeing the aftermath of all this stuff, I hope that Aaron Judge goes anywhere but New York.
San Francisco.
No, okay, maybe not St. Louis, but anywhere else.
Bear, what was your boy Naylor thinking here down in the game?
I don't get it. It's again, old man, get off my front lawn. Like, even as that was happening, I'm like, you're still down a run.
Yeah.
It's like when the opposing team picks it off, runs it down to the end zone, and then it's like we're still down 14.
Now, I get that, like, he just had a kid. It's one thing maybe like as he crosses home plate, make like a gesture or something like that, but not like basically screaming at the pitcher and doing it. Like, it was like clearly targeted. I am the biggest like Yankee, anti-Yankee person out there. And even this, it was like, you know what? He kind of had it coming when they did it back to him.
Well, oh God, yeah. And that's what Naylor's done it a few times this year when he's had like walk-offs and everyone loves it because the game's over and you won. And it just like sparks everyone, and doing it down a run, maybe he's trying to spark the team, but I don't get why staring at him the entire time when you're still down a run was a good idea.
Just not necessarily the brightest. Oh, that's supposed to be over here. And this is
Wait, real quick before we go. The real upsetting thing about this whole thing is the fact that Ben Verlander called that disrespectful, and 15 minutes earlier he said it was the most electric base rounding he's ever seen.
Of course.
I mean, it was kind of electric, but it was just the circumstance. It was the bottom of the fourth, and you're down by a run. It was like if he did that, go ahead late in the eighth inning or something, doesn't even have to necessarily be a walk off. You know,
I don't think that the baseball old and new guard know what they actually want baseball to be. They want there to be excitement at the times where they think that there should be excitement, but then other times they're just supposed to shut up and round the bases. Like, it's yeah, I just find it wild. And then, hearing like the Yankees complaining about a 96 mile an hour home run going out, but Judge's 106 mile an hour home run not going out, but is just like embarrassing. And Judge was like, yeah, I hit it to the wrong part of the ballpark. If I wanted it to go out of the field, I should have hit it harder. But it's like, I don't know. Baseball has they got to figure out what they want to be when they grow up, because right now there's confusion in the marketplace.
And then, Judge is seen after the game without a Yankee hat on, which was kind of telling, I think.
No, that's actually a New York Yankee. Like that's some inside joke Yankee thing. If you go, it says New York on the back, and there's on someone in that thing. They'll go down and they'll link it. It's like a New York Yankee stagecoach something thing. So it's
okay. All right. So it's not going full anti-Yankee right off the bat. So.
Yeah, it's just like the people want to find something to be able to, yell at.
Like Moose.
Yeah, well, Moose would be like, who's there in Judge?
Read the video.
Yeah,
like
he would just read the caption. That's it.
That sounds about right. I do have one other link here for the World Series. I honestly don't even remember what it was. Oh, let's just play this. Just
one
because,
question. Yes.
This was
Full volume.
Yeah, full volume for this one. We can always get Pedro on the pod.
For all of New York.
Yes.
New York. Who's your daddy now? I just want to know. I want an answer, and I want it quick. New York, who's your daddy? Should I say the Astros? It's not Big Papi anymore. It's not me. Who's your daddy? I want to ask New York.
Oh my God.
Me.
He had been lining that one up for so long, and you could just tell he could not contain his excitement as he was trying to deliver that. But not seeing the Yankees in the World Series, it does bring a smile to my face, although arguably two of the least likable teams in MLB in the finals, definitely the Astros, and then not a lot of people rooting for Philly in general, but I think, is it general consensus that we're all rooting for Philly in the World Series, or what are you guys' thoughts? Are we just boycotting the World Series? Don't want either team to win?
Don't want either.
Remember in the last Batman movie, when Bane imploded the stadium? Like, that's what I'm rooting for.
Yep.
Especially when he breaks the referee's neck. Is that what you were hoping to?
Well, Hines Ward was, running through, and you just saw the collapsing stadium. Like, listen, that can be Altuve.
That's like just the worst situational awareness I've ever heard in my life. Like, you got to have your head on a swivel and just be able to feel the stadium collapsing around you. Like, it's incredible that Hines could not pick that up. It's crazy.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, that was, yep, I know.
I want one snow game. I want it to snow in Philadelphia. And then have people start complaining about, why isn't this field domed right now? So that's all I want.
Yeah. What would be nice is if they just had one of those every game was one of those crazy, excruciating long extra innings games where, for whatever reasons, maybe one of them goes to like 5 a.m, like 30 inning, and then they have to call in who's the guy now? Rod Manfred. It's not Selig anymore, but they have to ask for a tie.
Didn't Selig die?
Sure.
NHL reverse retros are out. You guys don't like the Sharks, right? Those are kind of gross.
I respect the Sharks one. I would just never buy it.
Where's the graphic of all of them?
Really? I thought I liked the Sharks one when I saw it. What don't you like about the Sharks one?
I like the Sharks one, but it's not their retro. It's a Oakland Seals retro, which isn't a part of the team history.
And it's not. It's a California Seals, not even
California
Oakland
Seals.
Oh my god, that Red Wings one is awful.
Yep, that's notoriously the worst one.
I kind of like the White Sea for Calgary. The White Hot always kind of drew attention, although I don't know what they're doing with this at the bottom.
I wanted the old horse head with the flames out of the nose.
I thought that every rumor was that was the jersey that was coming back.
For what?
For the Calgary, whatever the horses.
Man, there's some really ugly color combos, like the palm tree brown, red, and blue up there.
That's what their logo used to be.
I like the Wilds. Those are pretty slick.
It's not letting me delete Moose's comment.
I like the Wild. Winnipeg's not bad, but it's pretty plain.
Who's next to the Stars?
The Stars?
That is the Canucks.
That is the Canucks. Okay.
Yeah, like that's disgusting.
The Rangers have a jersey like that every year, don't they?
Yeah, I don't really care for the sleeves switching colors like that.
I think the Blues is ugly, and I usually like that color combination.
So these, I personally like. I think Montreal's simple enough and clean. I like Montreal's. Panthers are okay. It's a little bit too much going on. Meh.
But they could have went to the old.
Which ones are the Panthers?
Scar jumping through the fire, like that old navy blue with the palm tree. That was the shoulder crest. Like
right.
Who's the cog?
The Sabretooth needs.
That's the Oilers.
Oilers.
The old Oilers.
Like I think that one looks pretty cool.
You like that one, really?
Yeah. Yeah.
Let's look at the other section here.
The Maple Leafs look exactly like the Maple Leafs jerseys.
Yeah, nothing different there. The Ducks.
Well, that's what they do with their tradition. They make sure that they're going to suck
Buffalo
in the
and I think the Bruins look pretty slick.
Buffalo's cool, but Buffalo always has cool jerseys.
True.
I like the Buffalo head.
Chicago is trash.
Chicago can throw right up there with the Red Wings is awful.
Yeah.
The Cane's not bad. Again, how can the Kraken be 2 years old and they get that sick jersey?
Yeah, the Kraken's is pretty slick.
I like it. So it's sort of like a teal, and then is it like a navy seamount?
Yeah.
Or is it like what's the dark color?
The dark color is a navy blue, a dark navy blue.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it looks
can't
cool.
delete Moose's comments.
What is Moose saying?
He's talking about how he loves them all, and then he doesn't like Seattle. Like,
yeah.
The kid
Moose,
fascinates
do you guys
me.
remember when Moose said that everybody who in Seattle is a bunch of crack whores, and then the people who now live in Arizona are even worse? Like that's like Moose. That was like a very. Oh, was that not on the podcast?
No, he actually put in the DMs. Don't bring up the fact of how much he can't stand those people.
And then he said his worst, the animal he hates the most are pandas. I'm pretty sure he said.
He also said that's actually not Crown Royal. It's just iced tea.
Yeah.
I forgot to wear my Jets jersey in honor of one of the best quarterbacks in the NFL tonight, Geno Smith, leading the 4-3 Seattle Seahawks. Meant to rock that earlier, especially because the Jets are ahead of the Patriots still. But anyways,
no, wait a second. As a Patriots fan, you own a Jets jersey.
I always liked Geno Smith, but it's like
who else liked Geno Smith? Like
it would be like pleated buying a Commander shirt. You know what I mean?
Fucking Seahawks is here. I will not. I don't care what you say. We'll come up to that fucking fake noise pumped in stadium. We'll hop on the link, and we're gonna fucking take you guys to fucking Pound Town. Okay?
They knew exactly how to flip the switch on Rob.
Pound Town, like you guys barely know how to score points. You just got a good defense.
Apparently, we were able to score points enough against the Seahawks to beat their ass 3 weeks ago with Jimmy G under center.
Oh man! All right, should we get to what else? Any
Golf?
NFL topics we wanted to go over?
Hey, listen, how about you guys be cool enough to keep a basketball team, huh? How about that?
Okay.
All right.
Oklahoma City has a better market for a fucking basketball team.
I'll be handing my shades and
The
headband
San
over to Rob.
Francisco
for the rest of the
Warriors, right?
Are any of the San Francisco teams still in San Francisco? Or
Yeah,
they've
the
moved
Giants.
to other places?
The Giants. You can see the Bay Bridge in the background.
That's the only one, right?
Golden State Warriors are a mile away from where the Giants play.
But
love
not
where
in San
this
Francisco.
They are in San Francisco. Pull up the map.
Here we go. Who we
Listen.
looking up?
I
really don't care, but-
are we going to play this game that the New York Giants and Jets don't play in New York? That the Dallas Cowboys play fucking 20 miles outside of Dallas? Listen, it's all about real estate, okay? You can't put a fucking $100
They're
million
basically in the water
stadium.
when you think about
That's
it.
definitely San Francisco. That's definitely San Francisco.
Yeah, and now so go see the wait. Scroll in again. One more time. Scroll in.
Anytime
Oh,
you
God.
give him control of your monitor, it feels like I'm watching one of those scammer videos
Look, you
where they're
can
like,
see
"Can you
where the
give me
Warriors
access
play
to your computer?"
Chase Center, right at the bottom. They're a mile away from AT&T Park.
Not really
Hot
a
Dog Bills. Should we go to Hot Dog Bills? Does he have
Oh,
good hot dogs?
Bills. So Hot Dog Bill, funny story. Golf appropriate. So Hot
Really?
Dog Bills is the food shack at the Olympic Club where the U.S. Open was a few years ago. So Hot Dog Bills makes cheeseburgers on hot dog buns. So they have hot dogs or hamburgers that are like super long, and so you can one hand them very easily while you're playing golf. Like so that if you're like actually trying to eat the,
Just do
Yep,
that motion a
yep,
few more
yep,
times
just-
so we can
just
update the
keep
clip.
doing
Rob's
that.
really good at one-handing hot dogs.
Exactly-
yeah.
Exactly what was going to happen.
So yeah, they actually have a food stand in the Chase Center where the Warriors play, which is pretty cool.
Gotcha.
Oh, it's the Santa Clara 49ers that I was thinking of that aren't in San
Oh,
Francisco.
Okay, is it what fucking town is the fucking AT&T Stadium in?
Dear God, get me to golf.
Wait, what stadium is it? Fuck.
anything noteworthy in the NFL that we want to discuss? Pleated's team gets
Just
a free
boys,
bye week win,
don't-
just like the Patriots did.
The
Rob's team gets slaughtered. What?
We didn't get slaughtered. We didn't get slaughtered. It was just a rough day.
Hmm.
The Arlington Cowboys of Dallas.
That's fine. I don't care. You're the one that's got all upset about it.
Alrighty, let's get
Royals
to let's
don't even play in Kansas.
The Royals and the Chiefs are both in Kansas City, Missouri.
I know. That's why I said they don't play in Kansas.
Yeah, they don't.
Yeah, I know.
They do play in Kansas City, though.
Blobs triggered.
Yeah, he is.
alrighty.
Yeah.
Let's get to 2K. So what are our
in San Francisco in the next 10 years. I guarantee
Mute
it.
him. Mute him every time you try and go into it.
That 44-23 that I see is the final score down there?
It is, yeah. You were looking correctly. 44-23. That is that's a good 3 touchdown margin of victory, if you ask me. But I'm no math guy. But Pleated, let's talk instead about 2K and your thoughts.
All right.
And you had some updated thoughts and feelings about the general sentiment of people around the community. Maybe not our specific community, but
All
let's hear it.
All right. We're gonna. All right. I have not prepared any thoughts, and I don't have any alcoholic beverages. If I did, I'd take a swig. But so I've been streaming now for a little over 2.5 years, and I've been through two major releases of golf, 2 major releases of Madden, 2 major releases of MLB, which you could basically say are my 3 sort of primary games that I play. And I've noticed this thing that happens every single time. And I'm not pointing out a single person. I'm not pointing out a single game. I'm not pointing out a single anything. But all the time, we're all excited about the game. We're playing it. We find things that we don't like. And it feels like that at some point everything sort of snowballs. And as a content creator, you're doing your best job to stream this fine line of being positive and also realistic and critical at the same time to try to, one, grow the channel, two, not to be called out of being like a shill, and three, wanting to try to have fun playing the hobby that you've decided to do. And MLB, and I saw through some PGA streams throughout the weekend, and maybe some that happened in my chat too, of that the honeymoon phase is over, and everyone wants to just come in and air their grievances like it's freaking Festivus. And
Great holiday, by the way.
I want everyone to remember the audience, the venue that you're choosing to do that in. A place where a person's coming, trying to have fun, build a community, and do things the right way, and having to try to weave this fine line between saying, I'm sorry, I hear your complaint, I get it. I have no direct contact with any of the studios that make video games. I can't do anything for you. I can tell you to set in a support ticket, and then you'll complain about the support tickets process. I guess I just want to say, let's actually try to have fun playing video games that we're all here doing, because man, it really makes me not want to hit the go live button when I think that what I'm going to have to do is just deal with this endless complaining about, in this case, a game that's not that bad.
No,
Amen.
and that's what I even had someone come in probably a day, 2 days into launch, and it was they're coming in going, I can't believe how bad this game plays on Xbox. I don't need to do it. And I think my exact response was, you're fucking high, because it was, they turned it on and they immediately thought it was going to be 2K21. And that's where this game's great. It has those pieces, but it's still a big learning curve, just like a new game.
Mm-hmm.
And just within the chat, because chat was being helpful and saying, well, if you're on Xbox, you need to go to this performance mode. They came back with an hour and they were like, oh, gameplay's great. Like, it's just one of those things of trying to keep people in the game cycle to sit there and go, yeah, the game isn't playing as bad as you think it is.
Can I say something?
Absolutely.
As somebody who has much less experience streaming, as you guys lately, when a new game like this releases, if you could take everything from the previous game and apply it to this game, there would be no point to releasing this game. It would be pointless. It would be the equivalent of just reskinning Fortnite or just continuing to redo things on Overwatch. Like, what would have been the point of completely developing a new game if everything was the same as the last game? It shouldn't be. It should be new. There should be new challenges. There should be new, what's the word I'm looking for? Subtleties. New, what's the word I'm looking for? Just like nuances. Is that what you said?
Yeah.
Yeah. That's what there should be in this game, which justifies the amount of time it took them to release it, which justifies the money that we paid to buy it again, and that's what it has. Like I said last week when I gave my initial review, everything that I'm doing badly in this game, I can tell is my fault and not the game's. And that truly says everything you need to know. That it has polish, it has execution, it has eventually the things that we've been asking for. Obviously, there are things like beating EA to market that was factored into it, I'm sure. But the key is that if you are upset that you couldn't take the skills that you built in the last game and immediately transfer them over and be perfect at this game, then that is on you and not the game.
And even I understand that some people might be having technical challenges, right? Like, if you don't know that much about how the stuff works, having it on HDR mode on a monitor like really sucks. And there's, people that the games just don't work on their console for whatever. I sympathize with everyone that might have technical challenges or something's not working the way that they think they should. And, you spend money on the game. And you're allowed to have your opinions, but my lord, like these as a content creator, we only get this in the golf game once every 2 years. Like this is really important to the new eyeballs that are on our streams, and what you want them to do is they want to remember the fun silliness, or in Bear's case, never making a bogey, and like you want them to remember that and not like that, just like, man, everyone is complaining about the game. Why am I even playing it? And I'm not even saying that this is specifically about golf. I don't think golf was really that bad this last week, but it's just like every single game release, I have to deal with this. And it makes me honestly not want to stream.
Think about all the different fans of Nade Shot who are coming into the PGA directory just to see who else is streaming. It's important that we have a product that can win them over. Like 2K spent all this money to get his endorsement, and just think about the millions and millions of people that are coming into the directory. We have to be able to deliver to capture that Nade Shot essence. Gotta do it.
If a game, well, let's put it like this: what is the number one thing that people hate about the NHL franchise?
Same thing.
Same game year after year after year. What is the exact thing we don't have here? The same game. It is completely different. And the fact, like, you think you're going to like this game if it was the same game? Absolutely not. Like, yeah, people, the small niche of people that enjoyed 2K21, like us, would have enjoyed it as we enjoy this game no matter what. But if you're going in with the mindset to a brand new game that you are going to master it, having that expectation is just so wrong, really. Going in like that you're going to be mastered at it and on the higher difficulty settings in no time. Like, can you go and just pick up a random shooter game? Like, say you never played Call of Duty, or like you switch to like Metal Gear Solid or something, and like some random game, and you just like, I'm dialing it up to the hardest settings right off the rip, and then you get frustrated because on level 2 you can't make it past the same checkpoint and you keep dying every time. Well, maybe, just maybe, you're not that good at the game and you need to put some hours in and actually, progress. That's the whole, and I feel like, this is old guy Kilbride talking. Today's society, they're here and they want it now. It's just like the short form content, the TikTok. It's like the attention span of people is just getting smaller and smaller. The different age groups and demographics that play these games, or quote unquote try new things, you have to grab them right off the bat. So my hope is that there's enough people that'll drive this game, and it seems like 2K has put their best foot forward to market the crap out of it. It's just, I don't know where we'll see this directory in 2 months. Right? That's kind of the real telling sign.
I want to say one more thing that happened right before this stream. And that was that Respawn put something out on Twitter that said in his first 7 years of being on YouTube, he's had like 1.1 million views. In the last 30 days, he's had over 250,000 views, and that's amazing. And then some jerkbag says, yeah, good for you that you got early access. And I just want to tell that person and anyone that thinks that, that he's spent so much time working on that channel. And even if he did get the access and got it for 30 days, he put in so many hours and sleepless nights, and he did it, and he deserves it. And it's not because that he got it early. It's because he's awesome at what he does. And then when I say that on, I say something to that in response to this guy, he insinuates that I'm only doing it for clout. And I tell that guy, I don't want you around my channel. You can leave, and I don't want anything to do with you. You're blocked on Twitter. Like, because that's not what this community is about. And go find some toxic place to go play your video game golf. But don't come around here.
In the great words of Tom Petty.
That's right. Yeah, no, I'm all for that. You couldn't have said it any better. You know what I mean? Like, the people that put the time and effort into making those videos, there's a lot of time and effort. Like Respawn, for example, if you go and dive into that example, he's been doing it for years. You don't think his years worth of work add up? Okay. So, yes. Let's turn it to a more positive note on the things that we do enjoy. Hence the name of this episode, or at least I enjoy. I'm curious on your thoughts. This year, look at this lie we receive in the top right-hand corner. We have a legit fried egg, 28 to 35% this year in PGA Tour. If you play a dumb shot, and I guess there's some randomization, right? I think when it happens, almost every single time I've seen it happen, is always justified. Like, you're hitting the top edge of a bunker and you're taking a shot with the correct amount of speed that would generate a fried egg. It's not just, oh, you randomly hit it and it rolled into a bunker and you have a fried egg. You get these bad lies in circumstances that are justifying it, and I am here for it, and I absolutely love it. Because at the end of the day, this is supposed to be a golf simulation, and what does this do? This simulates real golf. These shots happen. So, I have a 14-yard shot here, and I end up trying to take a full swing. I don't know what ends up happening. I think I miss my tempo, so it doesn't really matter. Or I think, the whole clip is just me talking about how I loved it. But just seeing these, that really makes me happy. What else makes me happy? Although this is kind of more on the negative side of things, but this is a funny little thread that we can dive deep into.
I'm scared
G-Dog.
because G-Dog said he wants to ramp up a rivalry with me.
Uh-oh.
Yep.
Oh
Let's check
no.
out G-Dog's
Yeah.
putting.
Okay, we might just lay this one up there.
Yeah.
Playing on Legendary with the default ball. So I think circling back
With
to
Barry
things...
Firms, 192.
Circling back to
God.
things that, didn't come across correctly on this game, I think the balls is probably only the one of the things that, need some tinkering with, and full confidence that 2K has that feedback is going to do something with it. Let's take a look at G-Dog's
You
putt.
need the hole. Lay it up.
We'll tinker with him, please.
Gilbred's balls need tinkering with, guys.
Oh no! No way!
I've had things like this happen.
I don't
That is
believe
192s right there,
Are
baby.
you kidding? It's still going. No.
That's crazy.
He literally lips
no.
it out going the reverse direction.
One
Yeah,
up there.
going low.
We need,
See, but
we need the
they
hole. Lay
set
it
that
up.
up. That, like, again, they set that up to crank the green speeds to the highest.
True.
Where in 2K21, I could show you a handful of plat pins that does that too.
Oh,
no.
I don't believe it. No. This isn't a hot
Oh yeah,
day.
like I've had that happen to me before too. You try to get a little bit frisky with that, and you just miss the lip.
And this was the reaction by Respawn. But yeah, so like it's not meant to be played with default balls on these green speeds. So like that's kind of where is this kosher, right? Like you should be able to play with a default ball theoretically on any course. Like yeah, there should maybe excessive rollout, but adjusting that so it's not affecting green speeds is probably a move that they need to make. But just kind of a funny interaction there.
I don't believe
Well,
it.
Something's
as
Holy
society,
G-Dog.
a lot of us are society owners, right? Like one of the things that we're gonna have to really worry about.
Hey, you all have
is
seen a
what
lot of
the green
That's not
speeds
bad.
are for the course that you're playing. One thing to keep in mind that moderate in this game, when you go in and you actually move the thing over to moderate is 134s. So that's what the game wants you to think is a moderate speed. So 187 is really, really, really fast.
Now, in your opinion, is moderate too fast or too slow? Just right? I mean, 134 seems
Moderate-
very slow, but
Moderate has been fine for wanting me to be able to grow a community and not have new players quit instantly. We're going to do a little test in the Jack Wagon next week where the first round is going to be 134s and the next round is going to be fast, and fast is like 145.
okay. Cool.
And so I'm thinking that right now, if it is a realistic green, anything less than 160 is fine. It's going to be over 160 is where you're going to go try to harden up the course to make it for like Plat Tour and stuff.
I think you could design a course to play on super fast greens if you don't stick the pins on the side of hills, and it could be done. But for a way a lot of the courses are designed now, if you play East Lake, a course designed game on anything over 160, the first hole is unplayable.
Yeah.
So it's what we go back to 2 weeks ago when we started talking about ball and how you need to be very aware of the course and how you set it up. Because if you're not aware of that, you're going to drive people away from the game, and we don't.
Instead, let's drive people towards the game, including having balls that have pizzas on them.
Hey, you all have seen a lot of bad golf shots today. You've seen a lot of good golf shots, don't get me wrong, but you've seen a lot of bad golf shots. I think you all need to see, well, pizza. Hey, you all have seen a lot of bad...
He stared at that. I could have clipped 30 more seconds of silence for how he just stared at that pizza ball.
Man, if I ever meet Gamer in real life, I'm just walking up to him with a slice of pizza. That is just incredible. So yeah, they have, they're coming out with new stuff daily. So good on them. Alrighty, let's get to some TGC thoughts. Okay, so Bear, I know you played probably all the events. Pleaded, you played some. Did you play Platinum by any chance?
I did not. I did not play the Legend event.
Okay, and then Rob, you played. You went to the bar, right?
Run? What are we talking about?
TGC. You played clearly those events, right?
The game you're playing right now.
Were they? I was. I'm not anymore. Listen, I don't get a whole lot of time to sit down and actually be in front of the computer for a little bit, so I got to take my chances where I can. Did I miss the qualification or the what do you call it?
No. We get 2 weeks at least.
I think I'll probably still try to qualify for something. We'll see what happens. But
so I think at this point, it's what are we qualifying on? Is it going to be pro? Is it going to be masters? Is it going to be legend? So I think the general consensus after 1 week of play, there were some people that were pushing hard for legend, and even on platinum tour. I personally am fine with it. I struggled and I think I ended up shooting like +2 or something like that through 4 rounds, which I was, fine with because that's more in line with the real score. However, the top scorers of the event were near 40 under par. Does that sound right, Bear?
Wow.
Yeah.
Something like in that neck of the woods. And then, a lot of people really enjoyed Masters, enjoyed the grind on Masters. So, my initial pitch was legend for Plat, Masters for Elite and Kinetic, and then Pro for CC, and then potentially like a Pro B tour for like Pro Am Swing or something like that, for the bottom 6. I know that would be a huge level of effort to make happen. I still think that probably would be the best, but at the same time, a lot of people are now anti-legend, I think. A lot more people in the past week have spoke up on that. I'll kick it to you, Barrick, since you kind of have played them all. Do you have any initial thoughts, or like, are you in alignment with me, or any deviation from that?
I've been kind of with pleaded on this, where I think we kind of need to have a fourth pro tour where you would be able to designate that this is the best of the best of the best, sir, and make sure you've got like the top 50. You can put them on legend. You can, not take away the green, but you take away the lie grid. You can do some different things and separate it. I like having the different difficulties. I don't know the behind the scenes. Everyone's talking about, well, then you get a log jam here, then you get a log jam here. And we did it in TGC 19 with the clubs, where once you got to the pro tours, you had to use the master clubs. You couldn't use the regular or the pro or whatever they were called. And it didn't seem to be that big of an issue. And then again, the next issue is, if that's your biggest concern in life is how you shoot in CCA, then you take that. You keep that. You cherish that.
Yeah.
I want to be able to play a game, see if I can progress. If I make it to plat and they turn it into legend, cool. Then I get to practice legend, because legend, you do need a warm up. You do need to make sure everything's right, because your misses are amplified. To where with the master swing, you can still kind of get in those same bad habits of 2K21, but maybe in a month or two, we break those and you're able to load up the game. You take a few swings and then you're good to go. So I personally would like there to be a little bit of discrepancy with the swings, but at the same time, I know right now I'm going to be part of the minority of I'm fine with whatever swing, because what might be easy to me might be difficult to the 900 other people that are going to play in CC. And as much as I love to joke about, oh, well, pro's too easy, I don't care. I want more people in the game. I want more people in the directory. If pro's going to get more people playing the tours, make the damn tours pro. And don't worry about when Happy Tea Friends goes down there and people are shooting minus 90.
You know what? I like that, Bear. Like, from someone that's sitting there kind of, I'm the worst golf. Well, if you can call Rob a golfer, we'll see where he qualifies. As the people that play a lot, I'm the worst.
Former Kinetic, former CCA, current CCB, future CCH. Take it to the bank.
I think the pro probably is too easy. I just did the last CC and I shot 39 under, and I think that I probably left 10 shots at least out there. I was burning lips all freaking night. At that point, like, man, that feels like that feels like the two highest scores that people will get kind of disenchanted about. Like, I think that master feels really good. I feel like you are rewarded for when you make a good swing. You're penalized when you make a bad swing, and that you still, like Rob says, you feel like you have agency over those choices. If I had to guess as a result, I think that the whole tour probably is on master, and then what I'd hope is that beer league is on pro, for people maybe to use as a stepping stone. I'm really happy that there's societies like the Jackwagon Champions Club, cheap plug, that Two-Man's running, and Geriatric World Order.
Right here in Kansas City, Missouri.
Do you even know where Two-Man and I live?
No, it was a joke about your hat and Mick Foley.
Oh, I see. Oh, right here in Kansas City. Oh, I got you.
Wrestling reference, folks.
Before I was, before the Jumbotron came on and Rob Lobster came out and interrupted my promo, I was just going to say Geriatric World Order is also going to be doing pro, And so I like to see that there are some events that are being done by community members that are focusing on pro because they know that there is a want and a desire for it. So I think that's really cool. TGC can be master if that's what TGC wants them to be, and then it's the community's job is to fill up where there's gaps. And it's not like that you're not a part of the community if you don't play in TGC, right? Like, so good for Chewy, good for Raffle. Keep up the good work on putting inclusive events for everyone.
Yeah, I think inclusivity is critical. So that's kind of where I lean towards. Hopefully, pro for the CC tours, get more people in there. But that being said, if Masters across the board is the way they go, I'm going to be in support of it no matter what. At the end of the day, because the amount that they do bring to the community, heck, it's probably the reason all four of us are here right now. Without it, we wouldn't even really know each other. So. I think they're going to make a wise decision, and if a few months in it doesn't really work, they're going to try something new. So, going to be happy with it, and I would lean, if I had to guess, it would be Masters on Pro Tours and Pro Clubs or Pro Swing on CC Tours. So,
That's interesting. It's really interesting. I can't believe I'm the one that's advocating for Master on the MCC. Like.
Yeah. Maybe there's just more for pro. Like the biggest thing I'm concerned about is like I've seen a couple newer people from outside the standard golf directory, struggle mightily with pro.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And it's like they know like exactly like he doesn't even want to play the game because it's quote unquote too hard. And it has that learning curve. And as we discussed last week, well, there are lower settings. Like I wouldn't even be opposed to Pro-Am having a bigger presence. You know what I mean? Just to get people into TGC. That's why I was saying a second level of CC. I understand the overtaking of making that happen because you're going to need a challenge circuit 2 in game and everything. But, it's just beer league that they have to play for. And potentially, if that's even on Pro-Am, but getting people to feel that Pro-Am is okay to play. You know what I mean? That other people out there are playing it and that you're not, stooping down to a level that no one is playing to play the game, then I think that would be a huge step to get newer people in the game. But
has Doyley responded to the DM? That's all I want to know.
Has he?
I don't know.
Oh, is someone saying something in the chat?
No, I'm saying I personally want that Doyley interview yesterday to be able to talk all this out.
Yeah. So
anyway, sorry.
That's a potential sneak preview of a game chat. If anyone knows Doyley and wants to get him in contact with me and Bear, that'd be fantastic. But we'll plug that further down the line. All right, Community Corner. Let's go through some clips, shall we? We have a piss load of them, so let's fire them off as fast as we possibly can this week. And I have not watched, I don't think, a single one. Let's start with Cockster. He's always up to something good.
Oh, he's wearing a shirt.
Surprise!
Hit the flag. Hit the flag.
Look at that unprofessional pullover that he's wearing.
Holy cow, are you kidding me? What was that?
That thing had some steam.
One.
Hit the flag. Hit the flag.
Oh, let's go! I've hit the flag twice, and they both flown off the green. So I'm putting in a protest on this one that you guys are like red listed in this game and I'm blacklisted.
That's something special right there. Holy. That might have to be up there for clip of the year already because, I mean, that just doesn't go in all the time. All right, we have Jim Gem here. Don't often see him.
I like this replay.
Not all that bad.
Actually looks good. And the shot was nice.
Jim Gem, his first hole-in-one ace, nicely done, wearing the Malbon shirt, TW hat. This might be a new series on YouTube. We mentioned him earlier in the pod. What did you guys think of this? You guys happen to see?
Yes.
Oh my God, are you serious?
All right, here we go. All right. Okay. Here we go.
Oh, he's 3-clicking? What a loser.
Not too bad.
You know, come on, use the stick swing.
Not too bad.
Imagine he was using
All
the
right, one
stick
more?
swing. Oh my God.
Look at that. Let's go.
We need a new YouTube series. Who's your
I hope
favorite?
he disinfected that controller.
I was saying to Respawn that the guy from Game of Thrones has to be loving it. All-time feet guys. The guy from Game of Thrones, Respawn, Rex Ryan,
Sorry.
and I don't know. We'll throw in heels. All right, Canadian. Ace Stone Canadian. This was just after a raid. He extended his stream and decided to play Red Fast Review.
And they were all too much.
That swing was.
Yeah, people will pay good money for that content, Lenny.
Be good.
I'm trying to get current girlfriend to start a feet OnlyFans. I try to get a little extra cash.
Aces.
Hell yeah.
Let's go, baby.
Amazing shot.
Let's go, baby.
Now you can tell.
All about content creation. Bailey Zappi came in for 2 drives, 2 touchdowns, by the way. What do we have here? We have It's Mr. Mo.
Are they playing an actual NFL team this week?
Can't use that as
No.
an excuse.
Chicago
At the
Bears.
same time,
Ooh.
dude, like, the fucking vibration is such an advantage.
That's so
You set me
true.
up for that one.
I did. I didn't even know.
Sore. Like, that's
Although
what I
they still
wanted
are
it to
losing
do.
17 to
But
14.
Look what it's gonna do because these greens are insane.
Oh my goodness. Don't tell me this goes in.
And boom! Look.
Oh, going off the green if it doesn't go
Are
in.
you
Wow.
fucking kidding me?
I like the Malbon attire too. That was a sweet clip right there. It's Mr. Mo. Find some new people streaming, in the community. Some old faces too. This is a familiar face. Doesn't stream all too often, or at least in 21 didn't, but it's been streamed a lot
False homie 22.
more. Is Baffle.
How about it for
Jimmy
Eagle?
Hatcher, world
How about
order.
it for Eagle?
Oh, the chip goes
Nice little chip in.
down.
That boy Baffle.
Let's
did it cut away so
go. How
fast?
about it for
It's okay to get
Eagle?
excited, Baffle. It's okay to get excited.
Clip that. Can somebody clip that for me? I got to send that to the pleated pants top 10. The tailor-made top 10.
Ooh. Did it make the top 10, please?
We don't have 10 clips yet, so
Okay.
So that yes or no?
This hole looks awfully familiar. Dango playing a tradition like no other.
I thought this was only an EA.
That's a shame. Has the 2K23 flag right on the stick too.
How do you get the early access? Don't tell that fucking asshole from Respawn's chat.
Did he kiss his controller? Okay.
can't wait for the cease and desist order.
Starting the car, apparently.
Oh, he's talking into it. That's his microphone.
Oh. Okay.
Dango puts the minimal effort into streaming. He just likes the golf.
I was gonna say he had a shirt on the first one. Now he's got a tank top on.
Don't tell me this goes in too.
Hold on.
I'm assuming.
Hold on.
No way, this can't go in.
Oh.
Do not.
Wait a minute. Wait a minute.
Dango, I'm rooting.
Go in.
Again, that goes off the green.
That's right.
No way.
Hole in one.
This is why I don't
What
watch it.
just happened?
Because I love the.
I'm happy for you,
What
Dango.
was
Definitely
that?
clipping that.
The amount of albatrosses we've seen thus far. Is this the same clip? No, we have Dango one more time. He's only delivered good stuff. Why not give him one more? Imagine this having all these shots in
Stick
one
on
week.
it.
Must be nice.
In the hole. I mean, how do you do that?
What?
Holing it out for eagle. Amazing work. Fun to watch.
And that's also going
Oh, we got 2 clips.
I love Dango. One of the top 10 players in the
we're
world,
big
folks. We'll
wild.
see if he is in 2K23. I assume he probably will be. Ooh, look at this guy. He's got sunglasses and a headband on. I like him.
Mm-hmm. Don't be an ace, because I hate everything about.
I was just gonna. I didn't even listen to it yet, and I had to comment on like what have we got going on here with this swing plane?
Again, we things didn't line up in my head to the thumb. Don't be an ace, because I hate everything about that swing.
You coordinated all your swing coordinated all your swing flaws. Good job.
I love how embarrassed you were.
Again, every once in a while, it's just like, all right, push the stick forward, and then I'll hook right. So yeah.
How about our boy's side pod? You show some good emotion. If you have
This
children
looks
around,
alright
you
in that
may
front
want
ridge.
to proceed
Ooh,
with
just go in the
caution.
hole. Just go in. Just go in. Just go in the fucking hole. Someone please clip that.
Yankee hat?
Yep.
It is.
Someone fucking clip that.
I love the little tongue motion that he does there. Is this the same one? I think that's the same one.
Yeah.
This
Yeah,
looks alright
same
in that
one.
front ridge.
Let's try one more. Did you send it in 3 separate times?
Okay, I do have a start I haven't feel now, but
This one with no cam.
I can't believe you're turning the volume up.
So we don't get to see the tongue animations in this one.
oh, that line is disgusting. Might be alright though. Might be alright though. It might be alright though.
So is it just me, or are we having a lot more holeouts in this game? Like, is it maybe contributed to the theoretical, like the irons are hitting softer on greens if you're putting loft on it? You think?
No.
Everyone
No,
must
no,
clearly
no,
be
no,
using
no, no.
stick 'em balls. So
Sit hard.
Oh my God, bees!
Oh, yes.
And the bounces people are getting. What are they putting
Game's too
magnets
easy.
at the bottom of the cups?
game's too
Let's
easy.
go! That was not at all the plan, but I will take it.
Oh
One
no.
more time.
No.
I mean, that's the swing plane in
I was
tempo.
gonna
you
say.
want.
Hard.
You combine his with yours, you have a real bad golf swing.
Yeah, you both missed.
Ugh.
I haven't gotten any hole outs.
I don't think I have either.
Oh,
Then again, I've barely played the game. Shadow. I don't see him too often. No audio here? It's alright. Nice little kick for Shadow. Oops. Just started streaming a little bit more too. Shadow the typo. Very nice ace. Purple hair too. Watch out.
No, you wouldn't
Here's
lie
this guy
either,
again.
Shadow. No.
Previous shot went in the water. It was dedicated to Colby. And then we do this. Oh no, this is the Colby shot. I'm sorry.
Aquaman, that one's for you,
Sorry.
Kobe.
Shot coming up.
Hey, Shotzi.
That certainly wasn't the shot she had in her
Did he go again?
Well, that certainly wasn't
Yeah,
the
there's
shot
this
she had in her-
number 2.
Sadly, she's hit this one into the water.
See, I've done this.
Sitting at currently.
Oh, we're gonna have a good clip here. Oh
It's a
boy.
little disappointing for her. That's not how she drew it up.
I thought we had some good clips there. Gamer with some poor dedicated shots there. Pat, always sending in plenty of clips. Let's look at Pat's. He has got a couple nice ones.
Oh, look, the ghosts have the cute little ghost next to him now.
Oh, do they? I didn't even see that.
Yeah, go back and look at it. That's fancy.
Oh yeah. Maybe it's just an October thing for Halloween. Playing trick or treat with us. And then what is he using? He's using a splash out of the bunker. Interesting.
Well, I guess that if you have tempo like that.
Ooh,
Oh,
my word. On legend,
oh, a
too.
splashing for Eagle here, legend.
Very nicely done, Pat. And then Connor McPaul. Just a couple more clips here.
Go on then.
Connor, one of the top players in the game.
Let's go. No more throwing.
Be fun watching him this season. See if he can climb a top plat again. Get a couple wins.
Eagle would
go Blue
piss me
Brad.
nice.
Barry, you want to do the impression?
Well, Brad's here.
We got a guard against going left, so we're
Got
gonna
a
put
great
this
shot.
out right.
Oh.
And
Oh boy.
Oh my god.
I was not warned about this.
Do it. Do it. How about to close it out with
There
an
we go.
Albie?
Walk off Albie. I appreciate the Albatross King sign on there. So, there was some effort made.
Gamer also had an ace today, and I'm going through the clips, and no one clipped that.
No.
Let her rip. Let's see how this hole goes. This is an 8 iron.
I do want to talk about one more thing when this is over with, and that is how cracked I am at the short game already this year.
Yes, you are. It's very impressive to watch. Like no bit,
chipping
no
out of bunkers?
sarcasm. He's
Taking this one with
anything
the 9
within
iron.
10 to 15 feet. You go to
But-
Pleated's channel, it's like, yeah, it's probably going to
Are
be.
you chipping everywhere?
birds in the
Pleated, though,
hole.
is my question.
I'm chipping everywhere. I'm doing partial pitches. But yeah, I love the implementation of the chip in this game. It feels like a shot that I would hit in real golf, and so it's really, really comfortable for me. And I've figured out sort of the heuristics that I like to use for figuring out the length of pitch shots. So between pitches and chips, like I'm focusing on those. I'm not as good with flops yet. Moose is sort of the flopper right now.
Yeah, he flip flops quite a bit.
Yeah, I've
the
heard.
only time
I've
he'll ever
heard.
be called flopper. I love how we all just immediately like fresh bait in the water. We want it.
Yeah. There's a dead moose. Someone back up over it. Sebi, by the way, those are 2 more aces.
That's what his
Make it
Tinder
6 on the
match said,
year.
too.
My
Seb's
goodness.
unreal. Seb is unfreaking real.
Yeah, it's you and him on the leaderboards every week, Bear, on all these societies.
I was gonna say my name's never in the conversation. I have no idea what you're talking about.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
I'm the afterthought, baby.
Let's go to societies then. Let's talk some society stuff. And we had a nice turnout in Red Fast Review this week. 101 participants. So thank you everyone that did show up. We did have the Circle of Death on. So for those of you who survived the gauntlet, we have t-shirts being made. I survived the aim marker on week, and we'll just need your name and address and we'll ship those out to you. But it was at
Mother's maiden name. Mother's maiden name as well.
Yeah. Mother's maiden name and favorite and first pet. This was Camino del Mar by Matt F, and that was ported over to 2K23. Matt F does a fantastic job, one of the next makers, and let's run through the full list of names, shall we? A-Stone. And one thing, couple notes actually before we do. We're monitoring all the settings as we go forward, so it's going to be fluid. We may change some going forward. At the moment, it is on Masters, and we have a handful of settings set to open, including 3-click. So if you do choose to do that, it's Masters 3-click. Lie grid, green grid, all those things are open. May open some other settings as well, just to make it more welcoming to newcomers. And the aim marker is off currently. So on all societies, just like Jackwagon. We'll get to that in a moment, but let's run through the full list. That's the other thing. Handicap system. We're going to redo the full handicap system once we have the TGC results. Figure that first qualification event will be the perfect time to do that and really see where the tour dispersion is. You can see how many strokes ahead someone qualifies for Plat as opposed to CCH. Take that median or something like that, and we'll develop a new handicap system based on that. So just for now, any of these scores are based off the prior one. So If you're doing well or you're not doing as well, stay tuned. Once we have TGC results, those will be updated a little bit better. But for now, we have A-Stone Canadian getting the win, Seamount for life, near the top of leaderboard, time T2, Erzfan, Minnesota, Go Blue Brad, Zin, Ginger Mane, Samo, Eric, Side Pod, Big Haya, Fisher Bassett, Liam, Frosty Feet, Steel Vike, The Lightning Guy, Caker, Jordy Boy, Seb Max, Kilbride, Croc Hunter, Sea Knight, Brendelin, Scoot Magoo, Cockster, Dango, Bear, Jeb, Nixie Briggs, Bearded Gamer, Tapja, Tricked Arrows, Captain America, Blue, Pleated Pants, Scooby Dog Gaming, Pure Shank, Suggy, Turks Tea Times, GG Jut, The Barrett, M4, Hoodad, Seaflow, Huddy, Saucy Slimba, Huddy in there, nice, Saucy Slimba, Viking Nate, Jordan Jake, Dobie Diesel, Dangle Snipe Selly, Juna, Lextron, Clubfitter, Jordan, Just Jordan, Jambi, Narwhal, I Steve, Some Old Guy, Spartan Dog, Visual, Lil Joey, D Hurst, Yo Markey, Harrison, BJ Golfer, Up Mup, Big Mac, Chi-Town, Slick Rick, X Hillman, Sports Lifer, Golfer Kyle, TFR, Darku, Monk, Heels, Mad Moose, Unique Dragoon, Jimmy Boredom, HL, Swinger, White Widow, Leibs, N Bonds, Yee Troy Jenkins, Miller Time, Scotty Walnuts, Elder Great One, USN, Willing Data, L Busy, Miss Tees, RB Prime, Lahi, Chris Kitch, Memento Mikey Twiz, The Ray, aka Killer Clown, Reefer, Cranky Moose. Ooh, we have a rival. Instead of Mad Moose, we have Cranky Moose and Saudi. My buddy Saudi joined, and he's actually enjoying the grind on Masters. So there is hope for people, for brand new people on Masters. He didn't even mind playing, even though he shot plus 63. You know, I told him just keep going and try to shoot, plus 50 next week, and he was all for it. But he's a golfer in real life too. So, one thing I do want to note, I am speaking for anyone who has a society, and this goes for Pleated as well. If anyone at 2K out there somehow gets wind of this, can you please fix the glitch where our name appears on the leaderboard, because we miss people when going through this full leaderboard setting, unless you're pulling from some API data thing. You know, if I'm in, let's say, 5th place, if I go to page 2, it'll randomly put my name in place of someone else as like T13, and it won't give me the results of the 13th place person. So, yeah, that would be a huge help. Luckily, I pulled data at a few different times, so I think we're good. But if I did miss anyone, I do apologize.
Yeah, I know I missed 3 people this week in the Jack Wagons, and yeah, that was the problem that they had last year. Please just do whatever you did to fix it last year.
Yep, absolutely. Bear, you've been dominating the society leaderboards for the most part. No, at least you've been out and about. What are your other favorite societies thus far? I figure you know all the names.
I do the dailies, and again, part of it is trying to find. I said last week, I feel it's part of our job to be able to put it out there for other people to say, well, here's a good pro society that you may like. So
if you're at a bar and
I don't play any of those yet. But finding some of those other ones that we have has been a lot of fun. I still do the dailies. I try and stick on Master Legend. I have found a big money it's 150 VC to enter. Get about 20 people, and it is run by our content creator of the week.
Ooh.
It's called 4 Score and 8 Beers Ago, I believe.
Or instead of posting the link, I guess we can actually shout them out. You want to do that, Bear? In the chat is Turd Ferguson, a newcomer to the golf community, I should say. I don't believe he played much of 21. If he did, I don't recall watching his streams. But has been popping into a bunch of people's streams as well as streaming it himself.
So before you play this clip,
okay.
So I want to on Thursdays be able to do what people like Pleated, Bees, rating the smaller streamer who might only have 2 or 3 followers, get more people into the community. So we were looking around, and of course I was like, oh, this guy has sunglasses. Ha 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 ha. Let's go see him. Little did I know the gold mine that I found and how similar our channels were. So I'm warning you this clip is not very golf motivated, but it's a clip that I was like, oh my God, this is perfect for the community.
You know, and neither was the SNL Jeopardy. No one tuned in for the SNL Jeopardy to watch Jeopardy. You know, so it's similar to this, perhaps.
If you were at a bar and there were 20 dicks on the wall, how many would you choke on?
What kind of fucking question is that?
Just answer it.
Okay, again, what was it?
If you were at a bar and there was 20 dicks on the wall, how many would you choke on?
Choke on?
Yeah.
None.
Oh, that's right. You're a professional.
Get wrecked.
Here's their three-way. This one's heading left.
I like this guy.
And so then this
God.
was right after the raid, and it immediately gave me flashbacks to Ned Buttercup going.
That was supposed to be a TikTok clip where I made it in with that commercial and I fucked it up.
Nice. All right.
Yo, Marky, Ned just got really busy with real life and family. He has kids and just couldn't keep up the finding time to be able to do the TikTok stuff or the Twitch stuff. He's in real life friends with Jugsy Siegel, and I tell Jugsy to tell Ned hello every once in a while. And Jugsy said Ned's doing just fantastic.
Love to hear that. Where is he out in Vegas? Is that where he is?
No, that's where they grew up. He's up more in like Portland, Seattle, something up in there. Jugsy's in Vegas.
Gotcha. So one thing to note, as we move forward, we have game chat episode this week. So a little preview of the week ahead, but we'll kind of preview and announce the person that's going to be on game chat each week here, assuming we have it recorded. We do for the next 2 weeks at least.
Yeah, we've got a lot in the bank.
Yeah, we got a couple in the bank. This week's guest is going to be USN TV. So he's going to be talking about, what kind of makes his stream different, separates him from, the rest of Twitch, and really kind of has found his own niche. Obviously plays a lot of NCAA football as well, so there's that angle. But he has different channel point redemptions. He has different personalities and kind of where he started and how he's come up today. So very interesting conversation, and really flowed seamlessly. It was just very reminiscent of the C-mount one. We looked down and we were at the hour mark and we're like, we gotta kind of wrap this up, or else it's gonna go on forever. So convo flowed really well, and hopefully you guys enjoy it. But that'll be on Friday release at noon. All right, week ahead. What's everyone got going on this week? Bleeded? You got schedule out?
Please.
Yep, just going to be streaming on Wednesday, Thursday, playing a lot of societies. Jackwagon Champions, Red Fast Review, Cones and Microphones, and hoping to get into a few other ones. We'll get into more of a cadence when TGC actually has TGC rounds. We'll probably do those on Wednesday and turn Thursday into society stuff, and then whatever happens on Saturdays and Sundays. I guess I wanted to say one thing. I thank you all who played in Jackwagon last week. The prelim event number 3 was the best attended, best finished Jackwagon ever. We had 224 people finish both rounds, and that's like silly numbers. And I think that's really, really cool. It's a testament to how this community is growing. And look forward to seeing where Jackwagon and Red Fast Review kind of goes from here.
Absolutely. It's going to be very exciting to kind of see what happens. And hopefully the communities just continue to grow. I mean, we're only a few weeks in, so sky's the limit. Rob, what do you got going on this week? Are you going to be gaming at all? Are you going to just be diving into the Halloween fest at the brewery?
I have so much shit coming up in this next couple weeks. It's ridiculous. I'm turning a section of the brewery into an art gallery that'll be rotating, which has been an insane undertaking. Just to try to add some what we call in the industry value add for coming down to the brewery and whatnot. So trying to convert a small space into a miniature art gallery that we give the artists full license to display their stuff and keep every single penny of revenue they earn from selling their work. So that is in 2 weeks, and then of course, like I said, Halloween, and then gearing up for the World Cup, which in hopes that we will turn Old Kaz into a local hub for all things World Cup.
Hell yeah. That sounds like a blast.
Yeah.
Bear, what do you have going on this week? Looks like you got some golf, some other streams. Or no, this is last week's. I apologize.
That's the old one. I forgot to pin the new one. I do have a new one there. Yep, there it is. So we'll do a bit of the golfs tomorrow night. Some of the I think Respawns opens up tomorrow. I haven't listed out the schedule of events for tomorrow, but yeah, then we'll be off Wednesday, Thursday. Then Friday we're gonna bring back the late night Jackbox stream. So if you haven't been involved in that, it leads to some very, very entertaining nights. And then we'll do the TGC leaderboard takeover again Saturday night at the normal time.
Love that. Absolutely love it. For me, I'm going to be doing most of my content on the YouTube platform. Been posting my Bespoke League football games when I play those. Been going on an absolute tear lately, so excited as we approach the playoffs. Looks like I am going to be making the playoffs at the moment, but anything can happen. Got a couple CPU games down the stretch here. But more importantly, for those interested in the golf platform, every Tuesday and Thursday, I'm posting a Legend series. Last week we did Colin Morikawa and Lydia Ko. This week we are doing Will Zalatoris and John Rahm, and we're playing, some cool courses. Chestnut Hollow, which is the one that is inspired by the country club in Massachusetts, where the U.S. Open was played last year. And then we were playing, I believe, what was it? Victory Lane's course, I believe. I forget exactly what it is. It's coming out on Thursday. I will be streaming on Wednesday night. That's, attempted to be my new stream time, so 9 o'clock on Wednesday night. So if you want to stop by, same channel you're on right now. It is on Huckleberry Country Club. I believe that's inspired by maybe the Wyndham Championship, if I remember correctly, which is down in North Carolina. Yeah, so, and then other than that, short form content, try to put that out daily between TikTok and YouTube Shorts. And then maybe, I said maybe last week, it didn't end up coming to fruition, a tutorial video on YouTube. I have one in mind coming for Friday. It's going to release on a Friday. It's whether it's this Friday or one of the subsequent Fridays, whenever I find that time to record it and edit it. That's kind of the biggest undertaking. So, yeah, I'll be around. Just the next time I will hit the go live button personally will be on Wednesday evening. Alrighty, let's wrap it up. Let's find someone for us to raid. Who is out there? There's a handful of people. G-Dog usually streams for hours, but he's kind of a couple hours deep.
Crawford's playing.
Crawford, I do not know Crawford. Oh, yeah, Crawford 88. Is that the one?
Yeah, Crawford J.
Let's go there. A new person in the community I have not followed, so I'll gladly click the follow button as we go in there. And
Crawford's known in the baseball community. He's a part of Seven Cakes crew at one point. I don't know if they're still doing that, the meat shields. But Crawford's right. He's also a simple farm kid from Kansas, so you can't go wrong.
Got that right. Well, let's go say hello to Mr. James Crawford. It says the name right on the screen there. I'm going to put it in the chat. Hopefully the raid works. We don't have a fifth person tonight. Oh, look at that. Actually went to the ending soon screen. just as intended. All 4 of us
Feel
are
up
still
to you.
there, so sorry to you guys. You have to see us one last time. But let's go hit him with a few falls. It looks like 23 of us going over there. Tip of the cap. And even though he's not here, Bear.
Suck it, mouse.
Love it. Later.